Hi, I'm Janet Scott, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about myself and why I joined eXp Realty. My background is always been in corporate America, and in the 80s I started working for a company called The Limited. Very, very, very hot young woman's clothing store. While I was there, they had a employee stock purchase plan where you could take X amount, 10% of your income, and they would buy stock for you at a discount. Well, the company was young, it was on a massive growth trajectory, and it ended up having what they call 3 stock splits. Now, I didn't know about stock splits, but what it is that when you have a stock, and let's say it's valued at $10 a share, and you have 100 shares, and then the stock goes up, the board of directors decides they want to keep the stock at a lower price, so they do what's called a split. So now you have 200 shares, but at $10. It was the same as when you had 100 shares at $20. Well, think about the compound effect. The Limited had 3 2-for-1 stock splits in the 3 years I was there. I was making a very modest income of $18,000, and I walked away with $27,000 in stock. And I'm like, this is amazing. So I decided to try find another young publicly held company with a growth trajectory. So I danced around the US, I did the world tour, if you will, and ended up coming to work for a young company called the Staples, the office supply superstore. And in the first 5 years I was with Staples, we had 5 3-for-2 splits. So I became very aware of the power of stock and the power of a young company, and you could move quickly and make money doing what you're doing, but make more money because of the stock opportunity. Fast forward 2013, I get my real estate license. I live on the island of Martha's Vineyard, which is off of the coast of Boston. And it's a resort, mostly resort community. People will buy vacation homes here. I was working for a very prestigious luxury brand, but I was missing something. Do I need a CRM, which is how you manage your contacts? Do I need a coach? What do I need? And I'm looking around on the internet in January of 2019, and a friend of mine that I'd known over 30 years had posted on the social platform LinkedIn that she had just joined eXp Realty. I'm like, what's eXp? And didn't you own Keller Williams franchises? They print money. I reach out to her, and she says the one thing that resonated with me because of my background. She was telling me all of the benefits of being with eXp, which were wonderful. But the most important one she told me about was the ability to take 5% of your gross commission income. You're working anyway, you're selling property anyway. You could take 5% of your gross commission income, and the company would buy stock for you at a 10% discount. I went, I've been here before. This is amazing. Who thought at this point in my life that I would be able to be affiliated with another young company that's publicly held with a growth trajectory? And the best part about eXp is because we're cloud-based, we are debt-free. So being debt-free actually gives the company a lot of opportunity to give back, if you will, to the real estate agents that are affiliated. eXp is first and foremost one brokerage. It is not a franchise. That's huge. When you're in a franchise situation, the first percentage of any commission you earn goes to the franchise. So if you're with Remax, KW, Sotheby's, Christie's, it doesn't matter. X amount of that first of your gross commission income immediately goes to the franchise. Then you have your other splits with the franchise owner. And so by the time you get down to it, It's you're making money for sure, but it's a very it's whittled down, shall we say, because now your franchise owner has an office they've got to maintain, office manager, all of the HVAC, coffee, you name it, they've got to cover it. So when I'm talking to my friend Marianne, and I found out that this is a virtual company, and then she tells me something that is even, I thought the stock was exciting. She tells me about the split. Now, where I'm from, I had never heard of a word called a cap, meaning that once you've given your franchise owner X amount, then you don't give it to them anymore, okay? In my world, you continually gave your franchise owner their cut into eternity, if you will. She said, well, eXp has an 80-20 split. I said, what does that mean? Well, it means that the first 80% of your commission goes to you and the next 20% goes to eXp. I'm like, how does that work? How are they going to stay in business? Here's the kicker. Once you had given eXp $16,000, you didn't have to give them any more money. You don't have to be a broker. They cover, we have designated managing brokers for all states, and now we're internationally, so you know, in all countries. And what they do is you pay a transaction fee of $250 for each transaction. You pay errors and omissions of $40, and then you pay a broker review of $25. And those actually do, for example, once you've given $500 in the transaction, E&O, that's it. You don't do any more E&O for that year. Everything resets on your anniversary year. So not a calendar year, but you joined, as I did. I joined in February, but my anniversary year became March. So now we're excited about the fact that I'm going to look at this company, and they've got a tremendous split. And then it's one of those when you're looking at a TV thing and they go, but wait, there's more. And there was. This company, the first time in your calendar year, your own calendar year, the company gives you $200 worth of stock for your first transaction. And that's doing what you do. Then the company gives you, when you've given them $16,000, they turn around and give you $400 worth of stock. And so even if you elected not to do, the 5% gross commission income, you're still becoming an owner in this brokerage. You're not going to be an owner in a boutique. The boutique owner is the owner. And when you're with other franchises, you're not going to be an owner in that unless you elect to go and buy their stock on the open market. Certainly not at a discount. Then, let's say, because I'm excited about it, now I tell everybody I know about it because I just think, how could you not want to do this? Now someone comes in what we call a downline, but you come and you sponsor somebody. So my friend Marianne sponsored me. When I closed my first transaction, the company gave her $400 worth of stock. So it was like, this is incredible. There's multiple ways to continue to make money doing what you normally do. And for those folks who have a very high or very low commission split, meaning like it's 90-10 or something like that, there's one more way that the company, that eXp will reward you. And that is if you cap and then you sell 20 more homes after that, you become what is referred to in our world an icon. And what that means is the company gives you the equivalent of the $16,000 back to you in stock. Okay, so again, even if you're not participating in the 5%, you have multiple ways to get stock that the company wants you to be an owner. They want you to be invested in the company. So they give it to you, and you can then decide to do it yourself if that's what you want. So that is tremendous. The other thing, when I was searching, of course, I was interested in that whole stock situation. The next thing was training. The only training I received was training that's for continuing education. And that's great, and we do that. That's how we keep our license, but no other kind of training. And what I loved is this company has 80 hours worth of training every week, and that the trainings are recorded, because if the training is held during the day, and of course you're doing what you do, which is you're selling real estate, you can then come back and watch it when it's convenient for you. You don't have to watch it live, which is great. The other thing, so now I panicked. I went, okay, so I was with a luxury brand. How am I going to get my leads? Lo and behold, they have this particular software called KV Core. And KV Core is a lead generating machine. It's unbelievable. So for the training and KV Core, you simply pay $85 a month. So when you join eXp, it's $149, and that covers your first month of the 85, and then it's $85 a month thereafter. And now that gives you access to all the training, all of the functionality of KV Core, which is crazy, and you get a website with KV Core. So now not only, you could have your own business website, but you could also have one with KV Core. The other thing that's so remarkable is the company wants you to brand yourself. So when you're with a franchise, typically they're not going to be keen on you being the name. They want to be the name. eXp wants you to be your name. So in my case, it's the Vineyard Life, brokered by eXp Realty, because I live on Martha's Vineyard. So you can either gladly use eXp's logo and all of their collateral, or you can create your own. Just follow the guidelines of your state as far as denoting who holds your license. And there's some regulations about eXp with regards to the logo. I've been with them now since 2019, and I'm going to harp on this again, but it's important. Last year, or the year that we started into COVID on 2020, we went through that whole COVID, and originally we all thought we would never be able to do business again. And then of course, real estate exploded. At the beginning of 2021, the board of directors made a decision, because guess what was going on with the stock? When I joined, the stock was $8 a share. By the end of the year, the stock was trading at 50, 75, and it went up. And the company decided to do a 2-for-1 stock split. The same thing that I had at the Limited, why I went to Staples. It's all about the stock. So a year ago, the company did do a stock split. So what that meant is the stock that I owned at $8 a share, now I own it at $4 a share. And if you're looking at even today with so many troubles going on, the stock is about 25. So that's not a bad ROI for, doing what I do, which is, this is what I do. I'm not a trader. I'm not in the stock market as a player. I am simply a person who does what I do for a living, and then I get rewarded. The brokerage, eXp, is amazing. They reward you and reward you and reward you. We have a platform called Workplace, and Workplace is actually, it is something like Facebook, if you're familiar with Facebook. And it's how we communicate with other eXp agents around the world. So a quick pause. When I joined in March of 2019, there were 16,000 agents, and we were in most of Canada and the US. Today, and I'm sure this is a moving target because we usually bring on now 1,000 a week, There's 76,000 agents and we're in 19 countries. So what that gives you an opportunity to do is you can do referrals to any place now in any country we're in. You can connect, and we have referral networks within our workplace platform. You can connect with other agents, collaborate. It's actually an amazing way of staying in touch. So for example, let's say if I had a client that was looking to buy something in New York, which happened. They called me and they said, Janet, we're trying to buy something in Westchester and we're not having any luck. So all I had to do was go onto the referral network and let somebody know what my clients were looking for and that I needed VIP service for them, and I would get a referral. It's that easy. So I did not have to figure out which franchise in that area would be the best. I simply went and did it with our referral network. The last thing that I'll touch base on is, well, there's two things. This is critical. You have an opportunity with eXp to have health insurance, again, at a discount. Unfortunately, most agents, no brokerages that I'm aware of offer health insurance. So the fact that eXp 2 years ago said this is an important thing, our agents need to be able to have affordable health insurance. And I know that my agents have gone onto the plan and have saved a lot of money each month. So just another benefit, and they continue to grow. We have the company is on a growth trajectory, as I said. We want to have 500,000 agents in 5 years. That's aggressive. And so anytime that you talk to somebody and you're excited and you tell them about all these great things and they're just like, holy cow, is this for real? And blah, blah, blah. Let's say somebody comes in and you sponsor them. The company then gives you a referral fee. Give me a break. They just keep giving and giving and giving. The pillars of the company are amazing. Our core values are amazing. The camaraderie is like nothing I've ever seen. I was listening to one of the very successful agents in La Jolla, California, and he was on a recording, and he said point blank, I will give you my luxury listing template. Just let me know you want it and I'll send it to you. Now, everybody that I'm aware of guards theirs like it's, precious gems or gold. But at eXp, we actually collaborate and we share and we try to make sure that we are doing best practices amongst ourselves so that we continue to grow and to have production agents with us. Having 500,000 agents is worthless if they're not doing what they're supposed to do or want to do, which is sell real estate. So we are working hard to get these producers with eXp and then reward anybody that brought somebody in, and also give them an opportunity to make as much money as they can possibly make, and certainly more money than they're going to make with any other brokerage. So let's say you're an independent, you're a broker, you have your own thing. Why would I join eXp? If you're a producer, you have an opportunity to participate in all the stocks, things I've told you about. You eliminate the need for an E&O for your errors and omissions. And if you are able to cap and then sell the required amount over that, you're going to get the money back in stock. So essentially, you'll end up with more money than if you were doing it by yourself. I know it sounds crazy. It's the truth. I'm living proof of it. I am happy to talk to anybody about this because I was highly skeptical when I joined, and I drilled down until now. I can tell you with ease that, and with great confidence, that this is the single best decision I have ever made. I loved Staples and I loved the stocks. I loved the limited and I loved the stocks, but from a real estate perspective, this is the very best decision I have ever made. It has changed my life. I look forward to talking to you and see if you're interested in seeing how it can change your life. It's changing lives all over the world. I hope I hear from you. Thanks.